Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm just giggling at myself. I don't know what I've been doing this morning, but every time I start the recording, I do something. When I switch to showing you the cards that I'm going to draw, or I don't know what I'm doing, but every time I just have to start a retake. So let's hope now, third time lucky. And yes, Christmas decorations are out everywhere in the shops. And I just was like, wow, okay, we're there again. November, Christmas coming up, silly season, hopefully happy season, regardless of what your background or religion is. So I'm going to screen share and we're going to get started. We just collapse the floating meeting controls and switch to the screen. There we go. So decode your month, personal year wisdom, and oracle insights. So just to remind you, I'm a numerologist, master numerologist, and I'm not psychic. I'm not channeling somebody or something. I have the arrow of skepticism in my chart. So I need to see things black on white, which is why I love doing the numerology, because that's exactly what it is. And I see everything black on white. And then, yes, I am very intuitive and very in touch. And then I interpret it from there. So November 2025, the current global year is still a 9 for the whole of 2025. We reached the top point, or the zenith, or the apex, or the summit of it, whatever you want to call that, in September. And from October, we gradually on the downhill run towards 2026, when we go into a brand new 1 year. And so we need to complete the healing, the letting go, the decluttering, the tidying out, the letting go of judgment and blame towards yourself as well as anybody else, because that is going to lower your frequencies so much, and it's just not worth it. So I want you by the end of this year to be looking at everything up to the end of this year as almost like a past life. It's come, it's gone, it's served its purpose. We've been through, let's just say, the acid test, the fire, been through fire and been forged in fire, and now we are ready to move forward. And the current November 2025 global month's energy is a 2. So this is for everybody globally. And because we're all together going through this process, the global energies are affecting us more than usual since 2020, where we've all gone into almost like a bottleneck or a funnel, and we all have to go through it. So we do have our personal year energies, but they have been heavily tainted and overshadowed by the global energies. And so the 2 month that we are in now is a month of going with the flow. You cannot push, you cannot set goals. You need to just take a deep breath. The 2 is the exhale. So just exhale, flow, float, do what you need to do, yes. But above everything, beware of being triggered. All of us are going to be very easily triggered. We're all very sensitive at this point in time, and our immune systems and our nervous systems and everything else have been heavily targeted by frequencies. And so we all need to just exhale and come to a place of calm. Let November carry us gently downstream, slowly towards the new energies that are coming in. What is nice about this month energy for everybody is that your current year energy and month energy are 2 numbers apart. Last year in October, they were 1 number apart. And when numbers follow each other or precede each other, they fight. They get into conflict. They don't see eye to eye. But when they're 2 numbers apart, they get along much better. than if they're only one number apart. So it is a month in which the numbers generally of your personal year and personal month will get along a lot better. They'll be more coherent, more inclined to work together and to help each other along the way. And this global month too is about helping. It is about compromising. It's about coming to an agreement. It's about forging relationships, contracts, and it is about being kind, being gentle. It is a pure feminine number, the number 2. And so exhale, flow, work together, and find your tribe and your vibe. So to work out your personal year energies, you're going to write down your day and month of birth plus 2025, our current year. And then you're going to add all of those digits together. And if you get to a double number, you're going to add those digits together as well until you get to a single number between from 1 to 9. And remember to use the current year, 2025, not your birth year. Otherwise, you'll be working out your life path. So you may want to pause here and just make sure that you've got your numbers correct, your personal year numbers, by checking if your birth date adds up to any of these numbers, and then checking alongside what the year energy is. So I am this year in a personal 6 year, and boy, has it put me through my paces. Everything that I ever thought I had overcome relating to the number 6 just put me through my paces this year, and this past month even more so. It's like making sure that we are clearing out what we need to clear out. So if things are hectic in families, if things are hectic all around you, just know this is the last push to face whatever we need to still come to terms with, let go of, or heal, so that we can move forward. So I'm now going to select a card for the global energy of November 2025, 9 year, 2 months, and I'm going to pull a card for that. I've pre-selected all the following cards to save time, because you'll see it takes me a little bit of time. I don't want to pull them all live on air, but I'm going to do this one live so you see exactly how I go about it. And that also means that I need to stop sharing, and I need to take away my background, and I need to tilt my screen so that you can see what it is that I'm doing. Okay, so these are pulling a card now, selecting a card through muscle testing for November 2025 globally. Okay, great. I wish I could do those fancy shuffles. Oh my word, it looks so cool online when you do that, like they do it in the casinos. Some people are so good at that. All right, so the muscle testing, what I use is a process of elimination, and I muscle test with these fingers. I don't know if you can see there, but I muscle test. And so I'm asking this one, okay, split them. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. There's 3 left. This one, that one. All right. So I have selected a card. Card number 71. Illusion versus reality. Let me see if you can see. The colors are not showing up very nicely on my screen, but there we have illusion versus reality, card number 71. Okay. Okay. And then let's see what card number 71 says. Illusion versus reality. Remember, this is November. I don't do astrology, but I'm a November baby. And I am a Scorpio, and this is Scorpio season. And Scorpio season, I believe, is all about the truth, going deep and finding the truth. So this card brings its message of wisdom, insights revealing that the line between illusion and reality grows increasingly thin. Advances in technology such as virtual realities, altered images, and digital simulations can easily blur our sense of what is genuine. Yet, you are not adrift in this shifting landscape. You are a spiritual being with deep wisdom, capable of discerning truth from illusion. Through quiet reflection and inner listening, you can recognize what resonates with the enduring clarity of your soul. And I feel called to actually read this whole page. I know it's more lengthy than what I usually read, but I'm being called to do this. So because we've had the wool pulled over our eyes in so many different ways. What we see on the news is not the truth. What we read is not real. What we see, pictures and things have been altered. And so we're very much confused. We have to use the energy of the number 2, tap into our intuition, and we have to start discerning. So perhaps you are a shrewd business person or selfishness clouds your path. Perhaps you feel trapped in a relentless fight for survival, masking inner turmoil behind facades, sometimes believing your own illusions. Perhaps loneliness fuels emotional drama. Oh, I've been hearing that all over. People feeling lonely within a crowd, lonely even though they're surrounded by family. It's been a very difficult time. Perhaps you avoid the spotlight, yet still attract negative attention. Perhaps you mistrust what cannot be seen, turning away from the spiritual dimensions of life. The blessing before you now is the ability to weave true magic into your life and work. You're gifted with the power to lead from behind the scenes. That's the number 2. So that fits in nicely. The number 2 just supports. It doesn't want to be seen and doesn't put itself into the limelight. So from behind the scenes, quietly shaping and guiding large endeavors with vision and strength. You are attuned to source, receiving profound clarity and witnessing the dance of synchronicities. You are blessed with the potential to master your craft and rise as an expert in your field. So the action here is prioritize deep, meaningful relationships and conversations. Guide others to uncover their truth and discern reality from the illusions imposed on humanity. Apply critical analysis, strategic planning, and data-driven decision-making. Read Plato's allegory of the cave. Oh, I love that one. To better recognize who is ready for deeper truths. Remember, sharing your truth won't always go down well. And the minute you shift anybody more than 10% from what their reality is, whether it's truth or illusion or false or lies, the minute you try and shift them more than 10%, they go into cognitive dissonance and you've lost them. So recognize who's ready for deeper truth. Acknowledge the thin line that now separates illusion from reality for many. Explore careers that weave together technology, programming, philosophy, investigation, financial, and business forensics. The search for lost artifacts or the study of ancient wisdom. And the affirmation. I'm open to discovering truth and discerning illusions, embracing every opportunity for personal growth and enlightenment. And that's written by moi, Janet. So that's from the book that goes with the cards, where there is a page for every number. Sorry, it blurs a little bit because I've got a background on. So without any further ado, let's carry on. Okay. Hard floating meeting controls, and we get to personal year 1. So if your day and month of birth add up to 10, 19, 28, or 37, then this video is for you, and your personal month number is 3. Now, number 1 and number 3 are really good friends. They go together really well. Number 3 is all about creativity. It is about expressing yourself. It's about communication. It's about joy. Find what brings you joy. The 1 is all about setting goals. So set your goals so that what you are setting is bringing you joy. Don't focus just on money or fame or what your family expect you to do. You have to focus on your joy. And the sacred side of the 3 is linked to being able to understand the meaning of dreams and symbols. So this month, look out for the signs that animals are bringing you, the messages that animals are bringing you. And notice how animals are starting to communicate and talk in different ways. We've noticed it here on the farm about how they're suddenly becoming more sentient and how they're suddenly starting to almost talk. And now I've got a new puppy. Her name is Nandi, and the communication is just amazing. There's definitely been a shift. So look out, signs, symbols. Numerology is also symbols that I read. And so this 3 month is finding your joy, being creative, be sociable, get out and about, do things. So let's see what card came up for you. So because the 3 is all about communication and tapping into the deeper meaning of things around you, the card that has come up for you is Soulful Journaling, card number 61. 6 is all about self-love, and 1 is about becoming authentically, stepping into your own power, stepping into becoming independent financially and in every other way, and not being afraid to be who you are and being very kind and loving towards yourself. So number 61, soulful journaling. There are moments when the soul longs to speak, not through answers, but through stillness and reflection. This card invites you to pause and gently return to your inner landscape. That goes so beautifully with a 2-month energy. It calls you back to the sacred rhythm. Sorry, the 2-month energy is the global 2-month energy. Your personal 2-month energy is the 3, but they go so beautifully together. It calls you back to the sacred rhythm of journaling, where simplicity, virtue, and clarity find form through words. To write is to remember your essence. Beneath the noise, beneath the striving, you are aligning with a life that is quiet, true, and deeply rooted in spirit. Okay. So if your personal year energy is 2, which means your day and month of birth add up to 2, 11, 20, 29, or 38, your personal month number is 4. And the 2 and the 4 go very, very nicely together. 2 is very detail focused. The 4 likes to get things done. So month number 4, because my mind is all over the place, when I have to be in a 4 energy to be able to tidy drawers, do admin, sort my filing systems on the computer or anywhere else, when I'm in a 4, I can create order out of chaos. But if I'm not in a 4, I struggle. So maybe if you are like me, then this is your month when you will be able to organize and budget and plan and get everything sorted, focusing on the detail that the number 2 year, personal year, brings. So the card that came up for you is card number 67. So 67 adds up to 13, and 13 adds up to 4. So your personal month energy is 4, and 67 adds up to 4. And remember, I said the 4 is about getting things done, organizing things, but it's also about being practical and working with your hands. And so this card says combining beauty and form. So you're combining beauty and form, and you are putting things into form, which is this number 4 energy. So maybe you've had some projects you've been looking at, or you've been intuitively guided to do something or get something done. And this 4-month is going to allow you to actually put it into form. So let's read the 67, just the first paragraph here. So this card reminds you today of the grace, love, and tenderness that unfold within you as mind and heart, creation and thought find their perfect union. It speaks of the quiet wisdom you embody, the excellence that you weave into every act of service and every gesture of care. You are a master of transformation, lifting hidden light into forms of beauty, infusing the material with deep spiritual meaning. To those around you, you are a mystery, wrapped in wonder. Gently, this card invites you to honor both the roots of earthly stability and the wings of spiritual ascent. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, then we move on to personal year 3. A personal year 3, if your day and month of birth add up to 3, 12, 21, 30, or 39, sorry, jumping, then this video is for you. And if you're in a personal year 3, then your personal month number is 5. Now, 3 and 5 also get on literally like a house on fire. I'm actually laughing here because I wish you could see what's going on in my head here. So the 5 just dive bombs everything. It's just full of energy. It's like perpetual motion. It can actually burn itself out. So be careful this month that you don't burn out your nervous system, that you don't have too many irons in too many fires. And maybe it's time to prioritize a little bit. So the 3 brings in the creativity, it brings in the social aspect. Maybe you've joined creative groups, social groups, and now with the number 5 month, you may all decide, well, it's time to do something new, exciting, and different. And do beware with the 3 and the 5 together of partying too hard, of getting caught up in any kind of addictive substances. So do be careful of that. The 3 and the 5 together, man, super sales, super sales. So if you're in business, use your charm and charisma and ability to communicate in a beautiful and friendly way with others, together with your ability to join the dots, to connect people to products, to connect with internet, to sales carts, to it's just connecting everything and everyone together. And it's really a very, very good marketing number. So let's see what card came up for you this month. Frequency healing, card number 25. And you are in a personal month 5, and globally, we're in a global 2-month. So there we've got the global 2-month and your personal 5-month both together. 2 plus 5 equals 7, and 25/7 is a number that I connect to clairaudience, to sound healing, to frequency healing, vibrational healing, energy healing, because every frequency, every energetic, every energy has a sound, whether you can hear it or not. And I've long said that sound healing is going to be replacing many of the other healing modalities. So here you've got the singing bowl, and it has a vibrational frequency. Each bowl is a different frequency. And so this is all about frequency healing. 25 also very much links to kinesiology and many forms of healing, sound healing. It's also a number that links to journalism. So you may be writing on frequency healing. It's also a number that's clairaudient. So go and stand under some tall trees with lots of water and sap in their branches and just be quiet and see if you can hear the music of the spheres. This is my personality number in my genetic lineage, 25. And when I'm in a forest or something, I always look around, where's that music coming from? It's angelic. So you're able to, through water, to connect to sounds. So also take note when you are in the shower. because the 2 is intuitive and the 5 downloads, gets its inspiration from above, brings it down to earth, it channels it down together with the intuition to give deeper meaning to your life. So if you're in the water, whether you're bathing, showering, swimming, out in the rain, or in the forest where there's lots of moisture, be aware of what you are hearing. And it may just be your own quiet, still voice within your own head. So beautiful. And of course, if you're feeling a little bit out of sorts, go for a healing session. Doesn't matter what kind of frequency healing you choose to go to, be intuitively led and go for that healing. So personal year 4, if your day and month of birth adds up to 4, 13, 22, 31, or 40, and this is the video for you, and your personal month energy is 6. Now the 4 and the 6 together are so ultra responsible, ultra honest, above board. This is in the positive, of course. Every number has their negative and destructive sides as well. But the 4 and the 6 together get things done in a responsible way. Very good for managing. The 4 manages processes, the 6 manages people. And so the 4 and the 6 together, very much homey kind of numbers, very much managerial in the sense that if work feels and the office feels to you like your second home, then everybody will feel there like your second family. And so the 4 and the 6 go very, very well together. They can be a little bit, I don't know if the word is stoic. They can be a little bit, maybe a little bit boring, a little bit too conservative, and a little bit too responsible. But maybe it's just time. And there's a time for everything under the sun. Maybe this is just your time. So the 6 months has got everything to do with relationships, boundaries, and self-love. And so you may be tested by family, friends, parents, children, and you may have to take responsibility for something that you shouldn't. And in that case, you need to check if your boundaries are intact and if you can, in fact, say no. The ability to do that will rest very heavily on your numerology chart and what else you've brought into this lifetime. But because this is a general reading, I don't know what the rest of your chart looks like. So what you have brought in is a higher calling. Okay, so practicality and love being pulled together with a higher calling. So number 11 breaks through into higher realms. Just beware, though, that higher realms are both dark and light, not just light. And there's a lot of false light, a lot of darkness posing as light. So be very discerning about what you think is the higher calling and whether it is in fact in the true light, in source light. And source light is a soft golden light. It's not so much white, just by the way. So you've been called into becoming a master among men, servant to source. And with these very responsible and honest and getting things done kind of numbers, it seems like the 4 will ground you when you move into these higher planes. The 4 will ground you. It's an earth number. The 6 is also earth, but a little bit of fire as well. And so just watch your patience and watch that you're not saying yes, 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 when you should be saying no. And you're going to feel it building, 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 building inside you like a volcano. And that 6 can at times absolutely erupt. And then the 4 can get quite angry and very impatient. So you do need to watch that side of it. And the 11, of course, very highly strung. And so it's easily triggerable. So there we go. Use your 4 to ground you and to keep you practical and not to get lost in the emotions of the 6 and the 11. So let's read the first paragraph. There are 4 paragraphs in each of these pages. Sorry, the black background makes that it blurs. And the first one just tells you what the card is about. The second one gives you the shadow side. The third paragraph, the blessing. And the fourth paragraph, the action steps that you can take. So I'm just reading you what the card is calling you to do. So this card arrives as a gentle message for you. You are a living channel of divine radiance. Yes, it's a gentle message. And the 11, if you add 1 and 1 together, you get 2, which is the global month energy as well. So this is a gentle month, and this is a gentle calling. It's not a calling to war or to hectic action, but it is a gentle calling. A master among mortals, ever in sacred devotion to the source, deep within you. And you know your soul is woven for a higher purpose, and your spirit delights in the fellowship of kindred beings walking the path of light. So the 11 likes to find its like-minded people, its group of like-minded people, and that is where they thrive best. Sorry, excuse me. All right, so then we get to personal year 5. So 5, and then if your birthday and month add up to 5, 14, 23, 32, or 41, in this video is for you, and you are in a personal year 5, and your personal month number is 7. Now, although these two are 2 apart and generally get on very well, the energy does have one big difference in that the 5 is out there, it's perpetual motion, it's too many irons in too many fires, and the 7 asks you to go within and to rest. So they do contradict in a way, although they go well together. The 5 brings in your experience, and the 7 brings in your knowledge and experience, number 5, plus knowledge, number 7, equates to wisdom. This is where wisdom is born from. So 7 is a month of rest. And in this 2 global month of going with the flow, take time to rest. If you can get away, be somewhere near water, take some time out, take a sabbatical, take a holiday, if that's even possible with the current economic climate. But even if you can just go and sit outside somewhere under a tree. And if you don't have one, maybe there's a park or something close to you, but do make time to get into nature and to just spend some quiet time connecting deeply within. So let's see what card has come up for you. And this is family business. So this is interesting because this is a 2 and a 6. So we're in a 2 personal month globally, which is working together. And that's exactly what a family business is. Now, what intrigues me about this, because when I pulled the cards and this one come up, I always go with whatever comes up. I don't second guess. I was like, okay, these energies are a little bit different to the energy of the 5 and 7. So let me see what it's about. So I'm thinking about it now. So 2026 is next year's energy, and next year's energy is the start of the smaller family businesses. You're going to see the big companies going bankrupt and folding and going down, and you're going to see the birth of family business, where everybody comes together, who's got the tractor, who can cook, who's got admin skills, who's got the farm, who's got what within the family, either skills or resources, and let's pull them all together and let's start brand new from where we are with what we have. It's a little bit, it reminds me of that saying that you need to bloom where you are planted. And so the personal year 5 says, the 5 is all about taking unrelated ideas and pulling them together. It's the join the dots number. So you've got an idea there, you heard of something there, you've seen this, you've you're intrigued by that, and you pull them all together and you put them in one big basket and you turn that into a business. That is what an entrepreneur does. And the personal month 7 says, let's take stock. Let's analyze where we are. Let's take stock. Who's got what in the family? Who it actually is coming together so beautifully. So for the family to move forward, who's got what? Let's analyze this. Let's take stock. Let me take stock of my own life. How can I merge into all of this? How can I, with my number 5, reach out, connect with the others? Who am I going to connect to? Is it my birth family? Is it my family that I'm married into? Or is it my soul family? Who am I going to connect with? How can we get together and discuss things? Because the 5 is all about coming up with stuff that's new, exciting, and different. And when you get together in a group and those ideas start flowing, they will download thick and fast. And you will just see all kinds of ideas popping into your head as if out of thin air. But do remember, though, that after a day of a lot of thinking and brain work and connecting with people, you need to slow down. You need to get a good night's rest. You need to get to bed early and you need to sleep thoroughly. Don't let the 5 convince you that you need substances to get to sleep, because the 5 can be quite an addictive number. So wind down, turn off your phones, turn off the TV, and just get a good night's sleep and know that this is what we are moving towards next year. So it could be that you are the forerunners that are going to set the examples of how this is all going to happen. Personal year 6, that is me. So if your day and month of birth add up to 6, 15, 24, 33, or 42, then this video is for you, and your personal month number is 8. Now, the 6 and the 8, although they go well together because they're 2 numbers apart, they go better together than the 6 and the 7 or the 6 and the 5. The 6 and the 8 have a little bit of conflict in that the 6 is all about family and love, and the 8 is all about business. And usually business trumps, and what happens is one forgets about your loved ones. And so wherever the number 8 is on full throttle and going hard at business, long hours, doing well, they often find that their relationships fall apart. So what this is saying to me very much is try and merge the 2. Try and get things into balance so that you have time for both your family and, why does this keep popping up? Dismiss. Both your family and your loved ones, as well as for your business. Don't let the need for earning a lot of money get in the way of your family, because you may just find that you have to sacrifice one for the other, and that's not great. But 6 is all about responsibility and 8 is about business. So this is responsible business. You also play in very nicely with involving your family and your loved ones in your business, asking their opinions. Why? Because it's a global 2 months, and the 2 months is give and take. You know, what is your point of view? What do you think? If this were your business, what would you do? You know, so see how you can pull the 2 of them together. But the 8 month, bear in mind, is also all about karma. The 8 says what goes around, comes around. And so if this month is a dreadful month for you, it could be that you still have karma that's coming up to be paid off. And if it's a great month, it could be that you in credit and that it is paying out. So the card for you is number 21. Also, not something that I would have myself picked, as most of the cards are like that as well. But card number 21 is about growing through the levels of consciousness. So going from fear into love, and your personal year is a 6. So in that way, it does, Because on the bottom steps, you have all the fear-based things, guilt, shame, pride, anger, and then at some point you get to a point where you make peace with I am where I am, and and it's how it's meant to be, and everything that has happened, and I can't change it. All I can do is move forward from there, realizing that all of these lower vibrations have had a role to play. And then you cross over this little bridge into, which is the fourth dimension, into the fifth dimension. And in the fifth dimension, you go into love, in the high vibrational frequencies, stairway to heaven. It's not a literal heaven in the Christianity kind of sense of way. It's just a place of pure heaven, pure bliss, pure happiness. And crossing over that threshold into 5D, which is where we are going, but we still have to live with one foot in 3D. So we are still in touch all the time with all of these lower vibrations, but we are growing into the higher vibrations. And this is telling you, rise up. Your personal year 6, go into love. Your 8 can also be all about longevity, good judgment, making good judgment calls. And so it can have a very spiritual side to it as well. And the 6 is all about love. And love is on a higher frequency than the intellect. And this is what people need to understand. We've been misled in the 1900s with the power structures that intellect trumps and emotion makes you weak. No. Emotion and love, love emotions, and joy and oneness are on a much higher vibrational frequency than what the intellect and wisdom is. So you first get the understanding, you understand things, but then it has to drop to the heart. And that's what's been happening this year. Things have had to drop into the heart. And to drop into the heart, you've had to realize that you have to love yourself first. You can only love others to the extent that you love yourself. And now this is saying, okay, so take this now into abundance. And so 21 is when you go from being a child into adulthood. So the age of 21, very symbolic, moving from one state of being into a higher state of being, which is a more responsible role. Being an adult, you've got a lot more responsibility than being a child. And this number 6 is about responsibility. So having a higher level of consciousness brings with it more responsibility, because you could also do a lot more damage with it should you take it into the negative or the destructive side of it. So let's look at card number 21. And again, I'm going to read just the first paragraph. So card number 21, Stairway to Heaven. So this card unveils a quiet affirmation that you are evolving into a higher state of consciousness. As your awareness expands, you naturally begin to magnetize the highest possible outcomes across all areas of your life. And with the 6 and the 8, the 6 is family, love, relationships, and the 8 is business, finances, abundance. So, and all these areas of your life include health, relationships, wealth, vocation, creativity, learning, and environment. This is not a coincidence, but a sacred unfolding. So there we go. Personal year 7, if your day and month of birth add up to 7, 16, 25, 34, or 43, your personal year is a 7. And your personal month number is a 9. So number 7 says, I'm doing the inner work, I'm taking stock, I am getting in touch with my inner self, I'm getting in touch with source. I am testing everything I do against my truth, against integrity, against being authentic. And then the personal month number is 9. And 9 says, if there's anything that I need to let go of or heal, now is the time. And you know that we are in a personal, in a global 9 year, so the whole world is healing. So this is asking you to please do the spiritual work and complete that healing process for yourself. So this is a lovely energy to be getting now in November. The 9 is also against about non-judgment, non-bias. It's about unconditional love. Doesn't mean you have to like somebody, but you can love them unconditionally, realizing that they're also just going through their own share of stuff, like we all are, and hopefully, probably trying to do the best they can. So no judgment of others. You cannot judge others, other people's decisions, because you don't know what choices were available to them when they made those decisions. So let's see what card goes with this. This is the second time this card has come up. So this is card number 67. Because unipersonal year 7, it is about combining things that have depth. These are, let's pretend they're diamonds, not zirconias or something. Let's pretend they're diamonds. You know that if you put white light through a diamond, it breaks up, or through a prism, it breaks up into all 7 colors of the rainbow. So white light consists of the 7 colors of the rainbow. And just so our spiritual dimensions are broken up into many other dimensions. We have spiritual dimensions, we have spiritual planes. We've got 9 planes of dimension, with every one of 9 levels of sorry, I've just lost my words there. Anyway, so 67 says the heart has to come first and beauty has to come first. So whatever you're digging and delving into, whatever you are finding beauty in, put the heart ahead of the intellect and find the beauty. And the personal month is 9, which means that this is all about high ideals, being very idealistic, and seeing the silver lining and not the dark cloud. That's what the 9 says. Focus on the positive, focus on the ideals, the beauty in the world, not on the other side of things. And so very much focus on the beauty, focus on the silver lining and the rainbows, and find that in everything that you do, and find things to do that combine beauty and form. So card number 67. Just get there. So this card reminds you today of the grace, love, and tenderness that unfold within you as mind and heart, creation and thought find their perfect union. It speaks of the quiet wisdom you embody, the excellence you weave into every act of service and every gesture of care. You are a master of transformation. That is because 6 plus 7, 67, add up to 13. And 13 is death of the old, rebirth of the new. It's the caterpillar that turns into a butterfly, and therefore it is transformation. Lifting hidden light into forms of beauty, infusing the material with deep spiritual meaning. To those around you, you are a mystery wrapped in wonder. Gently, this card invites you to honor both the roots of earthly stability and the wings of spiritual ascent. So two of the personal month numbers have got this card. So it's obviously a theme that's coming up, to find the beauty and to create form. If your personal year is 8, which means that your day and month of birth add up to 8, 17, 26, or 35, your personal month number is 1. Now, 1 is the energy we're going into in 2026. And the 1 energy is always about setting your goals. What are your goals? It's about making that vision board. So it's sitting down and just taking any what ifs or things that you think are impossible or cannot happen, just taking them out of the equation. And if you've got magazines, just cut out whatever words, whatever pictures appeal to you. If you're online, collect pictures and words and make a collage of them. Don't think it. This is not about thinking, it's about feeling. Anything that makes you go, ooh, 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 I like that. Ooh, that's a pretty color. Ooh, I love that word. Whatever comes up for you, that is what you put on your vision board. And then you sit back and you quietly look at that and you see what your soul is calling you to do. Set your goals. This is a month of setting goals. This is a month of taking action for you. And so the 8 is all about business. Business comes to a head in an 8 year. So this can be your best or your worst year, depending on whether you are karmically in debt or karmically in credit. So this year was the highlight of your business life of the last 8 years. And so I really, really hope it went well for you. But if it didn't, bear in mind that it may not be your fault, in the sense that I've had so many clients this year come to me, they've had to sequestrate, their businesses have fallen apart. But remember that an old world and an old financial system is collapsing. It has to. And so it may not be that you need to change your business model. It may not be that there's something you're doing wrong. It could just be that it's time for this to do a reset. And so personal month number is 1. Have a look if there are any new goals you want to set, new ways of doing things. But going around and around on the same old hamster wheel, if things haven't been going well, may suggest that what you were doing may be outdated. I'm not saying it is. It may be outdated. It may have come to an end. And then when things do fall apart, it's a sign of, right, let's start again. Let's build something new, something out of the, I'm getting the image now, that image of the phoenix rising, because this is November. November is Scorpio month. And the phoenix rising. So out of the ashes, something new is born. So what you may see as a catastrophe, if things have not been going well in your business, may well be a blessing in disguise, but you won't see it now. So set those goals, stand tall, stand strong, and innovate. The number 1 is all about innovation. It's about breaking through those glass ceilings. It's about going where no one has ever dared to go before. It's about being the tip of the spear that is breaking through sound barriers, light barriers, whatever you want to call it. You've got a very, very strong energy this month. Let's see what card came up for you. Inspired Earth Angel. Okay, so that's number 29, which is very interesting because we're currently in a 9 universal year or global year and a 2 universal or global month. So this is the year and month energy globally, and you are in an 8 and a 1. So this feels to me like you need to stand strong, you need to set your goals, and you need to take business forward, remembering that you are an inspired Earth Angel, which encourages you to do business maybe in a different way to the past. Maybe in the past, the focus was on profit. Maybe now the focus needs to be on collaboration, this too, and working together in harmony and in love. And maybe the business or the sole proprietorship needs to become a community project, because the 9 is all about projects, the 2 is about community. And maybe you are the inspired Earth Angel that's going to switch the nature of business around and take it into, there's a word I'm looking for, it starts with a C. Not collaborations, not companies, into, oh man, I can't think of that word. I will come up with it later if I remember. So it is, what is the word? What is that word? But what it comes down to is it's community currency clusters, where the currency, which is work, which is time, is flowing between all of you. You will see it's a concept that is going to gain worldwide traction in the very near future. So let's see what number 29 says for you in the strong month of setting goals and of forging ahead with some form of business. 29. 29. Two numbers of the global month and year energy. Okay. Inspired Earth Angel. This card whispers to you today, gently reminding you that your purpose is grander than you can yet see. And it's time to align with your soul's true tribe. You are an earthly angel, a radiant being on a sacred mission. Your light flows effortlessly as you are meant to simply be, to shine in the world, not by doing, but by embodying your essence. Your purpose lies in what inspires your heart, and through your presence, you effortlessly ripple light into the world. So if you align your business with your essence and your purpose, then you're going to be taking that light and your inner earth angel, you're going to be taking that with you wherever you go, and it's going to ripple into all the people that you meet in business. So drop me a message below and let me know where this is going. If you're in a personal year 9, then your year numbers flow every year together with the universal year. So if your day and month of birth add up to 9, 18, 27, or 36, then this video is for you. And your personal month number is 2. So at the beginning of the video, I spoke a little bit about the 2 months, which is all about collaboration, working together, listening to the still small voice inside you, trusting your intuition. And the 9, keep on doing the healing and keep on letting go. So the 2 is about being kind, and it's about taking a back seat by being supportive and not wanting to be in the lead and be seen all the time. So just be a gentle, loving support and don't expect any recognition from that. Just do it from the heart. And what came up for you is card number 9. I just had to smile. So number 9 is about letting go. So for you, you're being encouraged to let go. And your personal month 2 will give you the sensitivity to feel into what it is. It will allow you to tap into your intuition. You will be triggered. So whatever you are triggered by this month, and trigger means that somebody says something to you and you react, or you attack, or you go, nobody loves me, everybody hates me. But in some way, you're affected instead of responding. Excuse me. So card number 9. Pure number 9 card. The wisdom, and I'm reading just the first paragraph. The wisdom of this card highlights that everyone, including yourself, needs unconditional love, acceptance, and forgiveness. Harboring anger, grudges, and resentment towards yourself and others will prevent the enjoyment of a peaceful, fulfilled life. You are idealistic, sophisticated, and have a high level of consciousness. Just want to see something else that's calling me. Second paragraph, third paragraph. The blessing available to you right now is the ability to see beyond differences and man-made division, to see the common thread of unconditional love and acceptance that binds us all together. You are blessed with a compassionate understanding of others and what the world needs. It is time to let the past go and to give yourself and others. You are blessed with the ability to heal from the past and to help others heal too. You are here to serve humanity. So if you are blessed with the ability to heal, then go into a quiet space, drop into a theta space, and visualize sitting in the beautiful golden light of source and watch your body being healed. Visualize that healing. Visualize the telomeres on your DNA strands restoring themselves. Visualize the forgotten DNA that's been dismantled through genetic modification, visualize those activating again so that we can get back to the point where we heal easily and spontaneously. I don't know why I'm telling you this. This is just what's coming into my mind. So there we go. There we go. And go with the flow. Go with the flow. Go for some healing. 9 is about healing. 2 is about intuitively going within and the soul growth. So it feels to me like you may want to go for a healing session, and that might also awaken your inner healer. So breathe it in, trust your rhythm, and return next month. So these are my oracle cards, 56 oracle cards. If you go onto my website, onto the shop, you will find my oracle cards are there, and the first 2 of my ebooks. There are, what is word, testimonials? No, that you write for a book, reviews. There are reviews that are there written about the books. And yeah, I really hope that you can find inspiration through them. They are for those that are slightly more spiritually advanced. I will be writing a series of books for a younger generation or a younger spiritual group of people, regardless of your age. The 3rd book will be coming out shortly, which follows on from the 2nd book. So the 2nd book is the 9 numbers at one eccentric university. And the book after that is when they come back to do their thesis, and they travel the world. And it's got some interesting scenes in it, including the Diomedes Islands, where they can stand on one island and see yesterday, stand on the other island and see tomorrow, because there's an invisible timeline that runs between them, and the absurdities and the fun that they have there. That's just one of the scenarios. So this first book, The Oracle, wears a laughing cloak, is a little bit of a standalone. It's also written with a lot of humor, as if it's almost in a theatrical setting, and it does bring many, many spiritual truths home. So the website is janetnumerology.com, and you will find the tab there that says shop. So I hope to see you all next month. And I hope to see you all actually long before that, because I've got many other videos that I'll be putting out this month. So yes, this is my birthday month, and I'm feeling really, really inspired. It's for me always a beautiful month, November, always, always. And so from my heart to yours, lots and lots of love and blessings. There we go. Bye for now.